You are listening to Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast with your host, Michael Peterson.
Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast, and today is the Saturday check-in. It is March 12th, 2022, and how are you? So, getting right into it today, there's just a lot going on for me personally. I gotta go out and do my monthly grocery shopping here in a little bit, and I'm gonna go meet up with my sister to go do that, and just have a whole day of bullfuckery planned. So, what do you all have planned for this weekend? How are you going to spend it? With gas prices being $1 million per drop, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do, but, I got to at least get some of these things taken care of. So, over this last week, had some ups and downs emotionally. Still, the whole passing of my cat has been right there on the forefront of my memory. And I've been unpacking a lot of emotional baggage and crap that I'm just carrying around right now. And I have no idea why this is coming up right now, but you know what? It's like, okay, well, I would rather have it all taken care of while I'm still having a depressive, manic episode versus waiting for me to get all better and start having good, happy days ahead of me and then turn around and get all butt hurt and depressed all over again. So it's kind of good that things are starting to pop off the way that they are. But yeah, I've just been hyper emotional the last few, really hyper emotional since October or November of last year. And I don't know what the hell's going on. I talked to my sister about it a little bit yesterday, and she said that maybe I should get in and start seeing somebody again. And honestly, just the prospect of thinking about having to not only hunt down a therapist, but like starting all over in therapy really doesn't sound like that much fun. But we'll see what happens. So I started going to trivia on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at our little local bar. And Wednesday night, I was number one in the nation for like an hour and a half. And that was like pretty awesome to see my name up on the billboard as like number one nationwide. And when my friends showed up, I actually dropped down to like 4th or 5th place because they're way smart, and it was categories that they were not experts in, but were more knowledgeable than myself. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And last Tuesday, when it was the nationwide tournament, that was a lot of fun too. And I think I was 167th nationwide at that time. So had a lot of fun regardless. And really does seem like that's what I'm gonna start doing on Tuesdays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays from now on, is just going and hanging out at the bar and just having a couple of sodas or whatever and just enjoying myself, because that was a lot of fun and I get to socialize with people that I normally don't see. So, it was like high fives all around, right? Moving into my personal health news, outside of being horribly depressed, the new insulin pump seems to be working out really well for me. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it carries about 200 units less than my old insulin pump. So where I would be able to say fill it up on a Monday and go until possibly that following Wednesday or the Wednesday of the following week, without having to add more insulin to it. This one, I added insulin to it on, I think it was Sunday, and I made it to Wednesday, and then I had to add insulin to it. So, um, not that big of a deal, but still kind of like a but everything else is really awesome about it. It's got a lower profile. It's not as heavy. The belt clip that it comes with is more sturdy and it's more secure. It actually kind of locks into place, so it doesn't go sliding around your garments or whatever. I always wear mine on the neck of my shirt. I just keep it clipped up there, so it's just more convenient for me that way. But yeah, anyways, happy about that. What else is going on? Oh, so for the first time ever, and I do mean ever, my biological mother sent me a birthday card. And I was really surprised by this because, like I said, in all of my life, she's never given me a birthday card or anything like that. And so she sent it to me, and it had $8 in there. And I thought, that was really kind of sweet of her because she's super, super, super low income and really doesn't even have enough money to make it through the entire month, let alone to send me any kind of money. And the amount she sent me was $8. Not that much, but for someone in her position or a low income person, I understand how much that is. For low income people, you can make an entire meal out of $8, or there's just so much more you could have done with it. And I called her up and I'm like, thank you for the card, but you didn't have to put anything in it. She's like, well, I know that it was only $8 and I'm sorry that it wasn't more, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, it's okay. I appreciate it, but you should have kept it for yourself. So you could have gotten yourself some toiletries or, maybe bought some food for yourself. And she's like, well, don't worry about it. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't have sent it to you. And I'm sorry that I didn't have more. So, I was gracious and I accepted it, of course. But, how would I have sent it back to her? I'm not going to insult her by mailing her the $8 back. So I just thought that it was kind of cool and interesting, and that 41 years of being on this earth, she decides to send me my very first birthday card for my 41st birthday. And she always calls and does something for my birthday. Well, not does something, but she always calls around my birthday. She never calls me directly on my birthday. She always calls me around my birthday. And I was like, in the past, I've kind of given her some shit about that. I'm like, were you even there, woman? Do you not know when my birthday is? But the card, it's really cute. It's got this cat sitting at a desk with a quill writing, and it says, a poem to celebrate your birthday. The sun is way up in the sky. The lake is filled with trout. You were younger yesterday. I just thought I'd point that out. Happy birthday. So, very cute little Hallmark Expressions birthday card. And, it being the sentimental fool that I am, it means a lot that she did send it, but it's like, WTF, why did you send it? But regardless, I'm happy about it. So yeah, today gotta go do some grocery shopping, like I said, with my sister, and then I have no clue what I'm doing for the rest of the week. I undertook a little bit of a creative art project yesterday. A friend of mine had posted a picture of his uncle from World War II, and it was in black and white. And one of my favorite hobbies is to take old pictures and restore them with color and try to clean up some of the cuts, scrapes, and overexposure marks and stuff that happens to some of those old photos. And what I do is I look, like if it's a service photo or whatever, I look at that branch of the military from the time period that the picture was taken from, and then I try to match the colors the best that I can to those colors there. And I do all of this in Photoshop, and I'm not a Photoshop expert in the least. I have a very rudimentary idea on how to make it work, and even then I don't use the newer Photoshops. I actually use Photoshop CS2 from like back in the early 2000s, so I'm not even sure if I could run the new Photoshop. Well, first of all, I can't run the new Photoshop because I don't have a computer that's strong enough to run it, and second of all, I don't have the money to buy Photoshop. Photoshop CS2 is actually a free download now, and when I was in college, it's the Photoshop that was new and current at the time, so that's the only reason I know it as well as I do. But I have other friends that they make Photoshop their bitch. But anyways, so yeah, I took this picture of his uncle and I added coloring to it and made it look decent, and I sent it to him, and he's like, dude, that is so freaking amazing. You need to show me how you did this and all that other stuff. I'm like, I just ran it through a program and spent about 45 minutes coloring it. So, but yeah, that's like a favorite hobby of mine, is to take black and white photos and add color to it, because it challenges me to, it's like a digital coloring book for me, and it challenges me mentally and gives me like something fun to do. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off of here because I feel like I'm starting to ramble. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the message section below. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and check out all the links and stuff to my other social media. Make sure you follow me there. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You have been listening to Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast with your host, Michael Peterson. Please make sure to check back often, as new episodes are released bi-weekly. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to send a message to hellocupcakeitsme@gmail.com. And until next time, stay happy, safe, and keep doing the best you can with what you have been given.